Have you told yourself you don't know anything about entrepreneurship and that's what's keeping you from starting a business? Do you think starting a business is too hard? Or maybe you don't know anyone in your family or don't have any friends that have ever started a business? I bet you know more than you think, and it isn't as hard as it's made out to be. I'll explain further in 5 seconds. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is The Real Teddy Talks, where I bring you education on entrepreneurship, your hustle and your grind, and building generational wealth. This is the 5th in a several-part series where I discuss the roadblocks that keep people from starting a business. And today's topic is the miseducation of entrepreneurship. Are you hesitant to start a business because you're not business savvy? Did you not grow up around any business owners? Or business ownership wasn't something that was talked about in your family or in your close network? Don't let limiting beliefs slow you down. What is a limiting belief? A limiting belief is a belief that you have that makes you feel like you can't do something. And as I tell my 3-year-old son, you can do anything you put your mind to. There's no reason to ever say I can't. Maybe I won't, but never I can't. I bet you have more business owners in your family than you think about. I bet you have more business owners in your family than you know. You just may not see their business as legitimate. Maybe their side hustle has never been incorporated. It doesn't have an LLC, so you don't consider it a business, but it's the way someone in your family or your close friends or your associates are making money. Do you have an uncle who owns a pressure washing business or a landscaping or lawn care business or just cuts grass? Do you know anyone that sells Mary Kay or Amway or Pampered Chef? Those are all legitimate businesses, and those are all side hustles that can bring income based upon how hard that person grinds. Maybe your Aunt Carol does the taxes for all your family members during tax season and charges the fee. That's a business. All you have to do is know how to do something everyone else doesn't know how to do or isn't willing to do or doesn't have the time to do it, and you can start a business or a side hustle. So let's break down these issues. Just say you don't know anything about business. Business wasn't talked about in my family. Business ownership wasn't something that we talked about or that anyone around me really did, but it was always something that I wanted to do because I hated working for people, right? So I knew that I wanted to work for myself. So I had the personal drive to strive for that. Maybe you don't have anyone to go to for advice. Maybe there are no mentors you can go to, but you can find them. Some people even have family members that detract or distract you from wanting to start your own business. Avoid them. And don't listen to them. Get on Facebook, get on social media forums, go to meetups, get on Reddit. Find people like you. They don't have to be in your same city. You can be online friends and discuss and build and grow and bounce ideas against each other. There are so many people that are just like you that are looking for someone to help them get through the hump, get over the hurdles of starting a business. They'll help you. You can help each other. The next issue with the limiting belief of lack of knowledge is to question your beliefs. Ask yourself why you think the way you do. Usually it's that lack of exposure, that lack of knowledge that makes you believe you can only be an employee. Let's reframe this. Let's think of it this way. To start a business, to have an LLC, you don't need a college degree. You don't need any certificates. You don't need education. You don't even need a business bank account. You just fill out the paperwork. So imagine that the person you work for has none of that, doesn't have a high school degree, doesn't have a college degree, doesn't have any certificates. But when they hire you, they require you to have those things. Pretty smart, huh? Have you ever thought about that? You need to have a degree to get a job, but the person who owns the company doesn't have to have a degree to hire you. That changed things, didn't it? And if you lack exposure to entrepreneurship, get that exposure. Put yourself out there. Change the narrative. Start asking people about their business. When you're chit-chatting with a guy who owns the dry cleaners that you go to, ask him, how did he start? When did he start? What capital did he use? Who helped him? If you see a business that's something that you would enjoy doing, stop that person and ask them, hey, how long have you been doing this? What do you like about this job? What don't you like about this job? Interview them quickly. I am not the only show in town. I'm not the only person that can give you this information. I wish I was, but I'm not. The internet and YouTube and social media is chock full of people just like me, chock full of people who can give you massive amounts of ideas on starting a business and starting a side hustle with little to no money and in a perfect niche. In the end, don't let your beginnings define you. Don't let your lack of knowledge convince you that you can't be great and achieve your exponential greatness. Those that have been exposed to business may appear to have a leg up on you, and sometimes they actually do have a leg up. But business ownership is not a competition. It's not a pie that only has 8 slices, or cake in my case, because I love cake. It's endless possibilities. Stop competing with people. Most things aren't saturated. Most things are wide open to competition, and you can get in and you can make some money too. Look at me. I'm going to quit my job in 365 days and transfer over to my side hustles full time. And I plan to match my income or exceed it from my main hustle. Those are huge goals, but you know what? I know I can do it, and so can you. Good luck. This is The Real Teddy Talks, signing off.
Listen.